Is rebalancing of recipes finished for closed beta, or will it be continued? The recipe rebalance is probably going to be an ongoing thing. We have made big strides in the recipe rebalance, and now we're sort of like testing it out on people and seeing what they think. I haven't heard too much people talk about it, so like I think people have noticed the recipe rebalance in the closed beta, but I'm not sure what like the actual feedback has been so far. I am personally very optimistic about the changes we've made to the recipe rebalance, and we're gonna share these recipe rebalances to you guys. Like, I think once we feel more comfortable that like, okay, this is probably how it's gonna be. Because you never know, like with us, it's always been like, we don't want to announce changes before we're like set on like, okay, this is what it's gonna be. And I know we can even like amend it sometimes, but for some of these things, we just want to like take our time and be sure that we feel comfortable with the changes that we've done, because there actually has been the changes aren't major, but the changes have major implications, if that makes sense. Like, you know, if you change like an early recipe, if you have other recipes that are bound to that, like stuff that's bound by that recipe, you know, that sort of trickles down. So if we, for instance, changed how, I'm not saying this is the case, just as an example, but like if we changed how many iron ingots you could produce from smelting ore, that would change every single recipe that has anything to do with iron ore or iron ingots relate to them. So while that is a very small change, that can have huge implications. And there are a couple of recipes in the sort of like later tier where that can be seen. But most people are going to start new save files anyways, so like who cares? You won't notice. But we're pretty happy with the recipe rebalances. We're going to share some of these changes with you all at some point before 1.0. Both of you guys can prepare a little bit, but also I think it's interesting to hear some of the rationale behind it.